Hello and welcome back to Stationeers. Today, I haven't, well, to be honest, I still haven't been able to figure out my furnace yet. I'm still using chunks of volatile and oxide to make it run. I haven't figured out the gases yet. So today we are going to be taking a look at stackers and fabricators. As you can see, my base is much more box-like now. I've done a lot of work on it. Let me get this turned on and put away so we can see a bit better. See, we've definitely filled out this room a bit more. Turn on the lights. So you can see we've got some more lights in here too. And then we come down here, some more lights, and oh my! Look at all this. How many times has this happened to you? I forgot to shut this off when I left. Well, damn. That just went through all the copper I had in there. Oh, well, at least we can use it. But there is an easier thing to do. Oh, actually I can stay there. Let's see here. In here, if we go, at least I think it's available in here. No, it's got the sorter. Wait, no, it's got the motherboard sorter. Okay, so the stacker's not in there. Hey, god damn it, I'm getting stuck on things. Well, as you can see, here's my manufacturing facility. Processing over there, manufacturing over here. Shit gets spit out right there. So we'll come down over here. Hey, don't slide. Alright, so let's see. Okay, there we are, the stacker. That is that thing right there. All it needs is iron and copper. Then if you get it set up, you can actually run ducting, that's this stuff here, over to this. So how you make this run is, of course, you've got to provide power, turn it on, and then we can set our stacks. We'll set it for 10. What do we got in here? Okay, we got plenty. Actually, let's go smaller here. 5, and then we'll just make some our cable coil. Now what it'll do is it'll spit out the cable coil one at a time. It'll go through the ducting and into this thing, and once it reaches 5, it will spit it out. This thing doesn't stop going though, so it will continue going, but it'll just make it into a more manageable pile. Or if you've got plenty in there, like say for example, this base uses a whole lot of iron sheets. I could set this thing for, we'll say for example, let's turn that off. There's my stack. See? Stacked it up for 5. Now the problem is, let's see here. Okay, so I did shut this off in time. Now if I didn't shut it down on time, let's print one out real quick. There we go. So it's, as you can see, it's not spitting out because there's not 5 in there. So you'll have to spit it out manually. Now, say for example, I want to make a whole lot of iron sheets. I feed in the iron, and start telling it to make iron sheets. This thing I can set the if I say for example set the stack unit to 91. Now the problem is iron sheets only stack to 30, I think, which means each time it spits one out, it's going to be a stack of 30. It won't stack 91. But at least it's much more manageable than one at a time. Come on, come around. Now, this one here is special. Oh, wait. Before I forget, these ones here, I actually have two of these both stacked into one stack unit. That way I can just turn them on, leave, come back later for things that I need a lot of. Like in this case, this is my pipe bender that I needed a lot of pipes. And this one, like iron frames and iron sheets. Over here I've got the electronics printer for cable coils, and I still haven't used the tool printer yet. Let's see, did I already feed this? Yeah, I did, so I don't need that. Get over there. Alright, now this one is special. Now check this out. If I turn this on, yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it at 5. Make me some cable coils. Oh, look at that. 5 cable coils. Oh, you're not making any more. Well, gee, why is that? And there's nothing in there. Oh, well, we could use some more sheets. Make those too. And look at that, 5 iron sheets just for my use. And it shut down afterwards. Whoops. I hate when I do that. Okay. So as you can see, this one actually shuts down after I'm done. That one is done by logic, of course. Let me get these out of the way here. And of course, fall through. Alright, so what we have here is a logic writer and a logic reader. Can I get on those? Okay, so the logic writer, as you can see here, the input is the stacker. The variable is export slot occupant, which is the dial over here. Tells you how many for the exportation. And then the logic writer, the input is from the reader, the slot occupant. The variable is activate. And then the output is the machine you have it hooked up to. In this case, the auto lathe. If I put down the electronics printer, then this one would have to be electronics printer, and so forth. You can probably set up one of these for every single unit that you wish. And then just all you have to do is just dial this in and hit start over there. Let me put these back down. And of course, everything needs power. Now for the Fabricator, what you need is the electronics printer. Is that this one? No. The Electroprint. You would need, of course, the Fabricator, which is iron, gold, and copper. You would need the motherboard manufacturing, which is gold and copper, and then you would also need a console, which I think is iron, gold, and copper. Wait, no, not console. Those are the ones that stick up on the wall. Which one is it? Computer. Iron, gold, and copper. So everything you can make without actually having to use the furnace to make alloys. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff going. Now in here is where the manufacturing keyboard goes, and of course that would hook into the Fabricator. Logic, power. I think that's over here. And as you can see, I've got a stacker over here as well. The stacker does have to be connected to the bottom. Although this is a big door here, you only need the bottom. And then to use it, turn this on, and then you would come here. Let me get that out of the way. and you would tell it what you want. Now this does not make everything, and sometimes what's required is different in this one than others. Torpedo launcher, that sounds nice. Like duct tape. Does it tell you what it needs? And then you can of course line up more if you wish. And that's start, stop, print. Oh. Or you can rename it. What do I have in there? Nothing. Okay. Now, when it comes to sorters, the stackers I mean, the machines that you got them attached to, be very careful about how much ore you put in. Ingots. If you don't have enough ingots to feed everything, be very careful. You might want to set up a single machine by itself and set the sorter to smaller amounts and only feed like 1 bar in at a time. Because if you've got a bunch of, like say for example, if I put a bunch of bars in here and then try and eject them all, it will hang up on the stacker here. And I don't know, it causes like some sort of feedback loop or something. I'm not exactly sure, but the stacker will stop working. And so will the main machine. You'll have to basically wrench them. You'll have to remove both systems to get your ingots back and to make the machine, and put them back down to make the machines work again. But as you can see, I have been doing some work here, and still working on the furnace section here. As you can see, I've got a tank for the furnace fuel. I'm trying to figure out how to feed it in here, but the last one I tried, I had the tank explode on me, and whew, I went flying on that one. Good thing it didn't actually hurt me. And I've slowly been decorating the walls. But there's what I got so far. So fabricators and stackers. Hope that helped you any. Now let's rip that up so you can take another look at that. Alright, so remember, logic reader, input stacker, variable export slot occupant. And then logic writer, input from the logic reader, the variable is activate. It's a activate, right? That's variable, right? Look like it. Yeah, out variable is activate, and the other output is the machine you have it hooked up to. In this case, auto lathe. Now I can lay down another one, like I said, just change that auto lathe to, say, toolmaker, or electroprint, or Atmos print. Just whatever you have it hooked on. And then you just get up there, you jackass. And then you just set the stacker size to what you want, select what you want to make, and let it go. But there you go. I hope that helped you out, so thanks for watching.